Hollywood Squares, and again, in the showing up philosophy, in the midst of Fox After Breakfast, who's a guest on Fox After Breakfast but Whoopi? And Lori was still with me at that point. It was one of the best shows we did on Fox After Breakfast. It was a show that evoked the breakfast time feeling better than I think any other show we did, because the team was, with the exception of Jim, who sadly had been replaced, the team was essentially intact. Whoopi came on to promote a movie, I think called The Associates, and she brought James Brown with her, and it was just, and we just hit it off. And she loved the loose feel of it. She loved Bob, the puppet. And we just hit it off, and had a great time. It was a great jazz kind of hour. And that was it. I didn't think I'd ever see Whoopi Goldberg again. So flash forward to Fox After Breakfast going away, and Good Morning America not working out. Certainly worked out financially fine up in McCree Manor. But my agent calls and says, King World is doing Hollywood Squares, and they want you to come out and test with Whoopi. And I thought, I don't know. I mean, I love Whoopi, but I don't know if I want to do a game show. And my agent, Babette, is used to me just being sort of, curmudgeonly. You'd think I'd want to be unemployed. My attitude is, you'd think, it's like, do you want to be unemployed? You don't have a job right now. Yes, they paid you to go away, but you're not working. That's not how it works to not work at this point. So all right, fine, it's a trip to L.A. I had the same attitude I did when I auditioned for Breakfast Time, that I don't really want to go, but I'll see friends and it'll be fine. And so they flew me to L.A., and I meet up with Whoopi again for the audition. The first thing she says is, "How's Bob?" And the two of us were like kids in a candy store. I think she would echo this if you asked her, that we just got back to it. We were breaking each other up. And I didn't think anything of it other than we just it was a fun afternoon with Whoopi Goldberg. And I go back to my hotel, and my agent calls and said they want to offer you the job. And I found out later from John Moffat, who with Pat Lee were the executive producers. He said, you were the only one. It's almost like you were the only one that got down from the stool for the Super Kids audition in Boston. You were the only one who wasn't intimidated by Whoopi. And I thought, well, why would I be intimidated? She's great. We had fun, So I got the gig, and I had never done a game show before. So I kind of had to go to Game Show University, because somewhere they exist in syndication or on a shelf somewhere. But the first few Hollywood Squares that I did were like a talk show, where I was just so taken with all these nines that I'm chatting with them so much. The two contestants are like, "We'd like to win something," And so Michael King of the King Brothers, he and Roger, was great with me in terms of helping me through that. He was Tom, you're not doing a talk show anymore. You gotta move it along. So I finally found the rhythm of that, and then it turned into 4 years with Whoopi, and then 2 years where Henry Winkler came in as the executive producer with Michael Levitt. It was 6 years of just good times, really fun time.